tells stories all over town. She is like the brainchild behind the Trunk Show. She also directs most of these pieces that you see, and dramaturgs, and just like is just such a talent. Not to mention such like the nicest human I think I've ever met, and the most like understanding friend. And I'm so grateful.
I really want to take it. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to place this chair in a really good position. I also heard somebody's phone go off, whoever that was. Could you turn it on for the next two? Because I can do that. I'm in charge. I can tell you guys what to do. Turn those fucking phones off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I have to be vulnerable, so shut up now. Oh, fuck. This one's hard because, oh, that looked good, huh? This one's hard because my hair, no, this one really is hard because I told this once before, right after it happened, and I've sort of avoided thinking about it. I had a friend of mine type it up from, I didn't even look at the video. Somebody had taken a video of the story, and I didn't even look at it because I'm so scared of it. So I'm just gonna, there's so many courageous people on this stage tonight. How could I not challenge myself to do this? And I'm shaking right now. I do storytelling all the time, guys. And this one's fucking, I mean, I feel like I'm a flutter. Okay, fuck, okay. So, I drowned last month over Thanksgiving. I actually drowned. I was out on our lake. We have this boat, you know, one of those wooden boats with the hard seats, like, that hurt your butt. Kind of like this chair. Yeah. And across from me are sitting my brother and my sister, who look so much like me, with their almost black hair and pale-ish skin and transparent eyes. And it's a beautiful day. Oh. The leaves on the trees are every color of foods and fruits that you love, like persimmons and oranges and russet potatoes and caramel, which should be a food group. And they're drifting in the wind as the branches sway to the music of the breeze. And I look at them again, my brother and sister who look so much like me with their almost black hair and their pale-ish skin and their transparent eyes. And I think, how the fuck is it that I can skip and dance while my sister lives in a cave, and when the sun comes through the crack in the rock, I squint, Deana? How is it that I can tell stories and laugh when my brother lives in a jungle and there's monkeys in my brain, Deana, that swing hand over hand through the trees and mutter and stutter and yatter and chatter and worry speak, and I can't sleep? And I look back at them, but they're not looking back at me. They never do. Instead, they're using their laser eyes to look at a spot on the bottom of that craft. And with those intense gazes, they're creating a hole in the bottom of the boat. and it sparks. And there's a hiccup of water, and then a burp, and then a stream, and the bottom of the boat is flooded. And as it rises and it reaches our ankles, I say, come on, we have to jump. We're going to drown. The boat is starting to sink. But they don't answer. They continue to look at the bottom of the boat. And I stand poised, ready to jump. But I'm paralyzed like a poisonous oak. Old and decrepit, and I cannot move. And I can feel the water rising to my knees and my hips and my chest and to my neck. And as I look at the sky and take one last gulp of air, I'm submerged. And the water engulfs me. And it fills my lungs. And I die. And it feels good. It feels so good to be dead. Because I'm at peace. And I don't need to take care of anybody. And I don't need to make anyone smile. And I don't need to make anyone feel better about themselves. And I see my brother and sister floating away, already gone. I'm dead, but I can see these things. Beautiful algae, sea anemones. We stocked the lake with ocean fish. And I sink to the bottom of the lake. It's good. And then all of a sudden I can feel myself being dragged to the sandy shore. And somebody's pushing on my chest. Deana, Deana, I love you, you're beautiful, wake up, I love you, I love you, I love you. Kisses all over my face. And I'm awake again. I can't see who saved me. I'm shivering and shuddering. My insides are fluttering. And I stand. And I can feel that granules of sand on my bottom of my feet, you know. And my feet sink in. They sink in and I can feel that wet, soft sand. And then under that, they sink deeper into the clay of the earth. And my toes, like monkey toes, grab at it. And I look out into the lake and I see my brother and sister floating, and they're now in these beautiful rafts with flowers around their head and dead leaves on their chests. And I look over here, and there's a little, like, island off the lake. And my father is walking boldly on their shore, like he did before the stroke. And he picks up a lobster from the sand like he did when he was a teenager in Israel, and he eats it raw. "This is good," he says. And my mother, who's swinging in a tree upside down like a little girl, says, "I know it is, Ben." They're happy. And my father sees my brother and sister floating, and he swims out and drags them to their shore. "I don't know about this, Ben." "Well, I do." and he eats his lobster again, and my mother swings again. And my brother and sister rest quietly on their shore. And then suddenly I feel something grabbing my hand. And it's a little girl, maybe the one who saved me. And she looks just like me, with her almost black hair and her pale-ish skin and her transparent eyes. And I pick her up, and she smiles and I smile, and we dance together as the moon rises. Thank you.